I'm almost lost for words. I'm almost lost for words here at Old Trafford. Man United 0, Newcastle United 3 out of the Carabao Cup. That was Newcastle's C team. Absolutely pathetic. They had Dummett and Kraft. They ain't played in like over a year for Newcastle, and that's the easiest game back off injury they would ever have. And Man United just continue to just be in free fall. Ten Hag, I can't see how he turns it around. It looks like to me he's lost control. The players aren't buying in. They look clueless. We as fans, drop Rashford, drop Bruno, drop this player, drop that player. It doesn't matter who plays. We've seen this script before. And a lot of fans here have said it feels like the beginning of the end. And I don't know where Erik ten Hag turns from here. I saw some quotes that he said after that. He's a fighter, and you know he wants to turn this around, and we need to be together and we need to cooperate. But the players aren't going to do it. The players aren't going to do it. He's not going to be able to stem this flow. You know, Man United are always in this situation, over and over and over again. When you think that you're going in the right direction for a short time, bang, the reality hits you in the face at Man United, and then you're back to square one again, if not past square one again. You're back past that. Where do I even start today? Newcastle didn't even need to get out of first gear to beat us. All they need to do was be organised, be compact, and don't give away anything silly. And that's all that happened. For the first goal, absolutely pathetic. You've got Garnacho, you know, losing the ball to Livramento and Reguilon going on the overlap. Livramento just carries the ball, keeps carrying the ball, goes past Mount like he's not there. Lindelof doesn't engage. Dalot doesn't see Almiron until it's too late. He arrives late. Goal, 1-0 down. As soon as it went to 1-0 down, I thought, forget miraculous comebacks, forget last minute this, last minute that, Fergie time, all of that. Not going to happen. Not going to happen with the current confidence of this team. And that's exactly what happened for the second goal. Again, okay, it was a great strike by Hall. I'm not saying it wasn't. And Maguire's a bit unlucky to head it there, and it's a great strike. But before that, the prevention before that, Dalot, too passive, doesn't see Willock going in behind him. Just not stopping it at source. And before you know it, it's 2-0 down and it's over. Ten Hag at half-time scratching his head, having to make loads of make changes again. Brings on Amrabat. Who else did he bring on? I can't even remember who the other player was. I'm so pissed off. But the changes didn't do anything. Didn't do anything. Sorry, and Wan-Bissaka brought him on. And then there's a little, you know, the little 5-10 minutes of fake flipping, you know, being on the front foot, trying to get the crowd up. It's all fake. We was never going to score tonight. We was never going to score tonight. And then all that happens, one little transition, Joe Linton wins the ball off Amrabat, and Willock goes back to prime Willock before Newcastle even bought him when he had that purple patch where he scored about 100 goals and then they decided to buy him. Puts it in the bottom corner. Game done. Well, game was done from before that. Insult to injury. Battered. Easy. That is Newcastle's C team. That Eddie Howe said, you know what, get the game won, then we'll bring on the fucking good players. Honestly, it is more than worrying right now at Man United, and you know, Ten Hag is culpable. And you know what? If the players aren't going to buy in, right, which they're not clearly, you may as well just go now. This is what happens all the time. They've done the same under Oli. They've done the same under Jose. LVG was a little bit different, but you can see the way it was heading. You look at how decimated and how destructive the squad and how broken the squad was when Ralph Rangnick came in for that short temporary stint. And how can you go from where we were from winning the Carabao Cup to this? How? I'll tell you how. By bad recruitment, by leopards not changing their spots, as Roy Keane has told us many times, and of course the things that go without saying at the top of the football club with the Glazers. We know that. We know that. But this is what I mean. Look, all of this Ten Hag ain't got his first signings and all of this, you know, the Glazers this and all of that stuff. We know that. That is 100% true. But you cannot look me in the eye and tell me that Ten Hag is getting enough out of that squad. He's not. He's not. It's his job to inspire. It's his job to lead. It's his job to get them organised. It's his job to give us a style, something we can look at and say, that's how we want to play. Something we can look at and say, it's not quite right, but in a few months when we get a few players in or in a few transfer windows, I can see what we're trying to do. Like how Klopp did when he first went in there. Like how Pep did when he first went in there. Like how Unai Emery's done as soon as he got to Villa. Like, there's too many other examples of good examples of what not to do here. And Ten Hag doesn't get a free pass for that. look, I know if we sacked Ten Hag right now, or after Fulham if we get another shit result, we'd be in oblivion. We'd have to restart the cycle again, which is why more pain's going to happen. But I'll be very honest, I don't know how much longer Ten Hag has, because if the players don't buy in, you can't just keep losing games and say it's okay. You can't lose the next 4 on the spin. Absolutely. He says, in Eric we trust. Ironically, as I'm saying this, but and I do believe in Eric Ten Hag to a certain extent. However, this last flurry of games and it's the manner of the defeats that are alarming. You know, you guys know me. I've tried to back Ten Hag the whole time, and I will continue to do so until it's completely untenable. It's almost there. It is almost there. I'm not saying it's completely untenable, but it is almost there. Because if we keep getting results like this, if you keep getting result or performances, should I say, where the players aren't buying in and you're getting nothing out of them, there's only going to be one thing that happens. But it'll be typical Man United. You know, to invest into this manager, give him a little bit of power, then it starts going wrong. He hasn't got all these players there, and then before we know it, he's gone. He's gone, and then we're back to square one again. Because to be honest with you, if Ten Hag got sacked tomorrow, what would we even do? What? You're not going to be able to go and get De Zerbi for big, stupid money that Man United ain't got at the moment because we're, you know, run shit and don't have the money to do it. You're not going to be able to go and get Unai Emery. What are you going to do? Promote Darren Fletcher for a couple of games till the end of the season or something like that. What are you going to do? As it stands now, we're not going to get through the Champions League group. I can't see that happening. Going to Copenhagen on Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever the game is, forget that. Fulham at the Cottage, Craven Cottage 12:30 on Saturday. I can't see that. It's just an absolute mess. And look, you wanna try and be calm when it's like this, because you don't just want to press the panic button. You don't want to, you know, call for the manager's head at the first sign of true adversity, which is what we are experiencing. This is the first sign of real adversity. There's been warning signs that we've got little like lucky wins, or we've got last minute wins, or we've papered over some cracks last year because we kind of stumbled over the line to third. Didn't have a good pre-season as well. But this is the first sign of real adversity, and you don't want to have a knee-jerk reaction. So I'm not Ten Hag out. I'm not saying sack him right now. But right now, unless he changes the course of this, like he said he was going to do, he's certain of it in the programme notes before this, or the in-house media that he did, or unless something changes instantly, you can't have too much more of this. Otherwise, there's going to be nowhere else to go. He can't go any further if it carries on like this. So, listen, I didn't expect to lose 3-0. As bad as we are, I said we could easily lose today. But again, the manner of the defeat. And what's even more damning about today is that it's a completely changed squad. So that means that your starting team and the main senior pros aren't putting it in and aren't responding. That means that the guys that you're bringing in to change that aren't buying in. And the likes of Kobbie Mainoo, I mean, don't even bring the kid into this shit. Don't even bring him into it. Honestly, what's the point? What's the point? Honestly, absolutely shocking. We go on to Fulham on Saturday. I've got no hope for that. If he loses that, is he gone? Is he gone? Players, I don't think care about. I don't think they give a shit. I really don't. I think the players have down tools. I really do. Anyway, we go on to the next game. And yeah, I'm out of it.